Hey there, welcome back to the channel. Greetings from beautiful sunny Koh Samui. In today's video, I want to share a few of the reasons why I choose to call Koh Samui my home base versus Phuket or Chiang Mai or Bangkok or any number of other places around Thailand. Enjoy watching, please subscribe, and let's get started. The first reason why I choose Koh Samui as my home base in Thailand is because it's a real island. Koh means island in Thai. And Phuket is technically not a real island because it's connected by a bridge to the mainland, which means anybody can cross that land bridge and come in, bring their car, which really increases the amount of traffic they have on the island. It's more densely populated. Now, I have lived in Phuket for about 4 months during the situation. Back then, it was a completely different situation. There weren't many people. A lot of the businesses were closed. But obviously now it's getting super busy again. I was there during a vacation a couple months ago, and one day was honestly enough for me. There's a lot less traffic over here. There's not better, but just different infrastructure on the island. Basically, there's only one road that goes around the entire island called the Ring Road. It's like 53 kilometers roughly in length. But the government has mentioned that they may build a land bridge to Koh Samui, which personally doesn't make a lot of sense to me because not only would it be extremely expensive, billions and billions of baht, but it would also be incredibly long, and and it would just make a lot more traffic on the island, which is already relatively small as it is. If you compare Koh Samui to other islands around the world, to compare it to Hawaii is probably 30-40 times smaller than Hawaii. And I like that. It really just creates a more like kind of close-knit community here. It's really easy to grow a network in Koh Samui as well. Like once you've met a few people, it's easy to connect with other people. They don't have as many co-working spaces and that sort of thing as Phuket, but I have noticed recently that more and more co-working spaces are popping up around the island. In fact, I was just at one the other day, which is called, I'm blanking on the name, it's called Connections with an X. And I think this is probably one of the best co-working spaces that I've been to so far on the island. There's a couple other ones to choose from as well, but the thing I like about this particular one is that they incorporate a community and like a health and wellness component into it as well. So I look forward to collaborating with him on more projects relatively soon. And then also you've really got very convenient access to two other beautiful islands close by, Koh Phangan and Koh Tao. Koh Phangan is actually leading the way in terms of attracting digital nomads. It's consistently ranked as one of the top digital nomad hotspots in the world on a website called Nomad List. I'll leave a link to that in the description below where you can check it out. Only a 30-minute boat ride if you take Lampraya. And you can also bring your motorbike over there as well. So very convenient. And then you've also got Koh Tao, which is a world famous diving destination. You can go over there and get your PADI diving certification, which I did over 2 years ago now. And it's just beautiful. Now, obviously you don't have as many islands to explore versus Phuket, where you can go to Maya Bay. You can go to Phi Phi Islands. You can go over to Krabi, I think, sort of, from Phuket as well. So there's definitely a lot more islands to explore, beautiful islands, around Phuket. You've also got Ang Thong National Park, and you've got Pig Island, and Koh Matsum, Koh Rap, and Koh Tan, very close by to Koh Samui. So lots of day trips you can do from here as well. And yeah, it's just a beautiful island. The weather is pretty much sunny, warm, like it is right now, as you can see behind me, year round. We also have no natural disasters in recent recorded history. So we don't have to worry about tsunamis, typhoons, obviously no hurricanes in this part of the world. Not like back in the States where I'm originally from, which is getting ravaged by hurricanes and tornadoes and severe flooding due to global warming and these sorts of things. Pretty much is sunny, beautiful, and warm year-round, except between the months of about October to January. So if you're looking to come over here for a vacation, I would avoid those months, but otherwise It's beautiful, sunny, and warm. Right now it's actually quite hot. It does get pretty hot. Also, I've noticed recently that there's a lot more development on the island. Even just along this road where I live in Lamai, there's always new villas going up. And they're chopping down a lot of palm trees, which is not good. I don't like to see that. But at the same time, it's becoming a more popular tourist destination. People are coming over here. They're buying or renting new villas, which is very encouraging. In fact, there's a new villa development right across the street from where I live, where they're building 14 new pool villas. And actually really not that expensive. I think maybe like 8 million baht roughly, which is less than 300,000 US dollars. So just goes to show how much lower the cost of living is over here, and quite honestly a much better quality of life as well. So like one of the downsides of living in Koh Samui is that it is really one of the more expensive places to live in Thailand. Keep in mind that it's a tourist destination, it's a tropical paradise island, so you would obviously expect to be spending more in rent, or if you want to buy a house or some land, it's going to be more expensive than if you were on the mainland in an area with just local Thai people and not a lot of opportunity, right? The infrastructure in Koh Samui is much better than it is over in Koh Phangan, where the roads are quite honestly shit, and it's just not very developed. They don't have an airport. Koh Samui has an international airport with direct flights from Singapore, Kuala Lumpur, you name it. I think even you can fly straight in from Amsterdam, or at least into the Phuket airport, and then just hop on over to Koh Samui. Now, one of the downsides of the international airport in Koh Samui is that the flights are prohibitively more expensive than they are in Phuket, which is one of the reasons I think so many people choose to go to Phuket versus Koh Samui. It's just a lot more cost effective to fly into the airport. If you're coming from Bangkok, it's only about 1,000 baht, roughly 30 US dollars, compared to 4,000, 5,000 baht, $150 and up to fly into Koh Samui. And one of the reasons for that is because basically your only ticket in or out of the island is on Bangkok Airways if you're flying domestically. So they basically have a monopoly. They own and operate the airport, the international airport, which is widely considered to be one of the most beautiful airports in the world. It's kind of a blessing and a curse because it helps to cut down on the number of tourists coming to Koh Samui, which is both good and bad. It's bad for the economy, but it's also good for peace and quiet and quality of life on the island, right? So versus Phuket, where it's just getting super busy, there's tons of tourists going there all the time. Koh Samui is much more laid back, peaceful, and quiet, which is one of the reasons that I love it here so much. So those are just a few of the reasons why I choose Koh Samui as my home base. And if you have any questions at all, I'm a wealth of information. We can schedule a free discovery call or a consultation call, and I can help you with anything visa related or any questions that you may have. I'd be happy to help. With that being said, take care, stay safe, peace from Thailand, and hope to see you in Koh Samui real soon.